Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Hawks. This is Paul Goebel.
And Christian Kemp.
Hey, it's coming to the end of the year, so you should be excited for that. We are.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. However, there are a few things that we need to cover as we wind down the year. We're super excited that it's been a great year, but it's also time to start turning in your technology. And so Mr. Kemp's going to go over a couple of things that you need to do to make sure that that goes smoothly and that can just be one thing that you can check off your list.
Time to turn in your devices so that we can repair, do work over them in the summer, and reissue them next year. So just a few tips for that to make the process a little bit smoother than it has been in the past. Chromebooks will be very easy. So seniors, I'm going to address that first. Your Chromebook turn-in will most likely be May the 7th. That's what we're shooting for. That's your late start day. You're not going to come in till like 10. And so we will take care of that on that day. You will need to make sure that your device is charged, and you'll also be turning in your charger. If you do not turn in the charger, it will be a $35 fee. So if you've lost your charger, it's $35. I would love for that to be cheaper, but I cannot get those any cheaper than that. That's the cheapest we can get. That's why we told you to
bottom basement.
That's why we told you to take them home and not bring them up to school, because we didn't want you losing those because they are fairly expensive. So May the 7th, during late start, we'll be set up in the gym. When you come in, you'll turn in your Chromebook to us then, and your charger at that point. We'll check you off. Everything's good. You don't bring it to us, you get put on the debt list. You're on the debt list when finals start. You're taking finals. So you want to make sure you get that stuff in on May the 7th. For other grades, 9th through 11th, iPad dates are not completely set yet. We're still working on that. It will probably be somewhere around May the 7th. It'll be a little bit after that, probably maybe the 8th, 9th, 10th, somewhere in there. But I don't have a finalized date on that because there's testing going on at that point. So we're going to have to work around that. So we're still finalizing that, but you will know as soon as we know what those dates are. But I'm going to talk a little bit about procedure for that, because I want to make sure that your iPads are turned in properly. The first thing and the foremost is it must be charged. If it is not charged, I am not taking it, and I'm putting you on the debt. I'm going to tell you the date. There'll be reminders. There'll be reminders on the announcements, and so I want to make sure that you know that they need to be charged, because one of the worst parts of deployment at the beginning of the year is handing a kid an iPad and them trying to turn it on and it not charged. If you have a charge on it, it will last through the summer. It doesn't drop down over the summer. So you need to have it charged so that when we come back in the spring and we start handing these out again, that they're ready to go. You also need to reset it. The reset procedures, you'll find out. I'll post that in this video in just a second. To erase your device, you're going to go into Settings, go to General, go to the bottom to Reset, then you're going to go Erase All Content and Settings, type in your passcode, hit Erase, and it will reset. You also must have your charger. Your replacement cost for chargers, it's $8 for the brick and $8 for the cable. If you don't have either one, it's $16. And you're going to be required to turn those in, or you're going to be required to pay for ones that you don't turn in. So those two things are fairly simple, very easy. The last thing I want to talk about is our account wipe. Last summer we wiped accounts. It helps us clear things out. It helps us clean things out. We have limited licensing on Google, and so we have kids that are no longer here, that don't come back, that if we don't wipe accounts, that they're taking up space in our licensing. So we like to get rid of those. The other thing is it helps us kind of cull and move some kids around. It helps us with some housekeeping things so that we can keep things straight, keep people straight and where they belong and what grade they're in, what class they're in, things like that. So we are going to wipe again. It will not happen until August, but I'm telling you this, trying to give you fair warning so that you know that it's coming up.
And so into that too, like a lot of times you may have things that you've created and you're really proud of over your scholastic career, and especially seniors as you go on. If you want to keep that stuff, it'd be better to migrate all of that stuff, whether it's portfolio, whether it be papers, whether it be projects. Migrate that to your own personal Google Drive. If you need help doing that, we'd be glad to help you with that. But the main thing is to make sure you just copy that down. You can download that onto, let's say, a device, a desktop, and then move that from your desktop to your other Google Drive account. It's probably the easiest way.
Yeah, there's another way. You can also share it with your personal
You could
account,
share it.
and then you go in after you shared it and make your personal account the owner, and it actually transfers it over to that one.
So there's a couple ways to
Yeah.
do that, but the main thing is don't be caught off guard with that, and it'd be better to start doing that now, honestly, because you get busy doing your things, and then you get into class or something, and you're like in August, September, and you're like, oh, I have that. I did something similar to that in high school, and then all of a sudden you realize that, oh, crud, that account's been wiped, and you're disappointed, and you're calling us, and we just give you bad news, and I'm sorry.
We don't want to we don't want you to lose your stuff. There will be several other reminders that we send out when it gets close. The day before I do it, I'm going to send out a reminder that says, "Hey, I'm wiping accounts tomorrow. Make sure that you have everything taken care of today." And then we'll wipe them the next day. I'll send a couple of others out too, one towards the end of the school year again to remind you. Probably one in the midsummer and then one before we do it. We don't want you to lose your stuff, but it's going to happen. And the problem, and the other thing is, there are a lot of you that don't check email. So if I send out a reminder and you're not checking email, you won't see it. Now,
So-
I know in the summer that's a little difficult sometimes.
Just to
but-
clarify, Mr. Kemp, how about underclassmen? As they move from one grade to another, are they still going to have their account wiped? Or
Every
everybody? Okay.
account is getting wiped. It's easier to do it that way than to try to just.
So just so
focus
we're
on one
clear,
group.
not just seniors. Of course, it's important as
Yes.
you're moving away. It makes sense that your account, you wouldn't have access
Right.
to that anymore. But also underclassmen, as you're moving up a grade, a lot of times you have projects that you want to keep, and you want to keep that portfolio going. If you guys want to keep that data, you want to keep that information, and you just want to keep going with it, make sure that you guys save that to your own personal account every year. This is going to be going on every year from
this
here
is gonna
going
be
forward.
a
So
yearly thing.
use that HJ Hawks account all you want during the year, but then at the end of the year, as we finish out, make sure you're saving that to your own personal account so it's not getting lost. Like, that is super important going forward. Otherwise, it'll be gone and you won't have it. And I hate that for you guys, but we want to make sure that we're giving you plenty of time ahead so you can make preparation and plans. So that's it.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Have a great
Have
day.
a great day. It's a great day
And,
to be a hawk.
Yeah, it's
I'm
always
sorry.
it's always a great day to be a
I
hawk.
stepped on
So
you
anyway,
there.
no problem. Have a good one. Bye.